Well, welcome in to our watch party, 6 a.m. I'm Nick. How are you, Harrison?
It is opening day, Nick. I am fantastic. It's an early start, but we've got real baseball.
Dude, I haven't seen 5:30. Like I was saying before, I haven't seen 5:30 in a long time. So here I am. I might be nodding off, so just give me a little nudge, but I'm
We'll
good.
we'll wake you back up.
Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah, so Freddie scratched from the lineups, kind of the big news, and Mookie obviously going back home because he's sick.
yeah. So apparently Mookie is real sick. Like he's lost a bunch of weight. It sounds like whatever these guys have passed through spring training. Roman Anthony had it for the Red Sox, real sick, lost like 10 pounds. Mookie Betts real sick. Sounds like he's lost 10 pounds or so. Um, they were trying to send him home to try to not spread it throughout the rest of the team. And now this morning, about 20 minutes ago, we find out Freddie Freeman's been scratched. We're assuming he's sick. It would be strange for him to just suddenly be hurt. But that's disappointing to not have Mookie and Freddie in the opening day lineup for
Yeah,
Dodgers fans, but also for the excitement of opening day. You want to see everybody. You want to see all the players kicking off the season.
right.
Um, it's always a shame when you don't, but should still be a very good game.
Yeah, and it also hurts our parlay, so we need to check that out as well. But
Yeah, we had we had Freddie in our parlay. Clearly not going to work out for us today.
yeah,
Um,
so we had Freddie two plus hits, then we
yep,
had Kyle Tucker 2+ bases and Yamamoto 6+ Ks.
yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that that's going to get voided. We'll have to maybe we pick another bet for tomorrow and try again. But they are actually going with the Dodgers batting order, and I will say that lineup without Mookie and Freddie is not impressive. Um, you're looking at Shohei, Edman, Teoscar, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, Michael Conforto, Miguel Rojas, Andy Paz. Um, not not an exciting lineup without those guys in it.
So who sits out of there though? Rojas and Hernandez.
Um, yeah, and that's my assumption is Edman would play second.
Yeah,
Um,
They have Kike at first today. So
oh, right, because so Kike would not be playing.
and neither would
Rojas would
Rojas.
likely be the other odd man out.
Yeah. So Cubs are the home team, huh?
Yeah.
Are they going home and home? Like are the Dodgers home tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't remember that being the structure, but it would make sense that they'd share it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, if you're in the chat, I mean, we got 3 people up with us. That's pretty awesome right
Oh,
now. So
climbing to 4. Keep them coming.
yeah, let's go. Any
If you're in the
baseball?
yeah, if
Yeah,
you're in the chat, drop a comment. Where are you watching from? What time is it where you are?
yeah.
Because it is 6:10 a.m. here on the East Coast. And those really insane Dodgers fans, it's 3 o'clock in the in the
Yeah,
morning their time if they're up watching.
that's wild. But yeah, any baseball topic is on the table that you guys want to talk about. We're just excited for the season to start, and the only thing that's bad about these games is then we got another week to wait.
Yep,
Like that's the only
exactly.
kicker here. But,
Actually, the Cubs are the home team for both games.
okay,
Oh, and we got Otani stepping to the plate. The season is about to begin.
first pitch homer. You think
There
he's
it is.
swinging first pitching?
Season starts.
Nice. Yeah, you're a good 10, 15 seconds ahead of me, which is crazy. I hate
It's
that.
crazy how that always happens.
Oh, first challenge.
Yeah,
Wasn't a strike.
yeah. It's kind of funny now because like now that's gone. It's not a thing anymore. What are your thoughts on the challenge? Has that been a success or has it just kind of been like a thing?
Um, I don't know. We've talked about it before. Like I think the egregious balls and strikes definitely need to leave the game. Like I hate the ones that are called down the middle for a ball or 8 inches outside for a strike, like those need to go away. I think it was successful. I mean, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm a component for it. Now, the other side of that is, a lot of the borderline calls, which 99% of the challenges are going to be used for,
Mhm.
That's kind of the downfall. But to get the egregious ones out, I think you need to do that. So I'm for it. I'm for it completely.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it was a success. It was not a distraction. It was not something I think people really even took that much note of. I think it just kind of happened. It flowed,
Yeah.
and there was no real. I don't want to say impacts. I think it did fix, obviously fix bad calls, but I don't think it changed the game in any way for people. I think they just kind of blended right in.
Yeah. And I mean, most of the umpires have used it at some point. Yeah, like the veteran umpires that have been in the major leagues for a long time have never really used it. So it was just as much for them as it was the players and the league to see. But yeah, I'm for the ABS to get those 6 to 8 inch pitches off the plate out of the game, because those are really bad.
Yeah, yeah. How about how about Joey Gallo challenging the ball that was clearly a strike?
Yeah, last ditch effort to
Oh,
keep his career.
yeah, that was bad. Like that's just not a good look when you are a veteran and you challenge a pitch that was so clearly a strike.
Yeah,
What Imanaga is dealing this morning.
yeah, he looks good.
That velocity is picking up a little bit. He was at 92 to start out. He's at 93. Just blew one by Teoscar at 94.
Yeah,
He looks ready to go.
and that pitch on the outside corner was dirty.
Yeah, yeah. His stuff is good. He's kind of got like that slingers arm slot where it's not easy to pick up,
Yeah,
and it comes out with like kind of a weird angle on it.
yeah. Well, and he's juiced up for pitching at home too. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty incredible.
Yeah, I do hate the fact that we get these 2 games and then we don't start until next Thursday. Like that's the kicker. But,
yeah, and I can totally appreciate like MLB needs to go spread the love of baseball around the world, and obviously this Japanese fan base is rabid for baseball given all the success of these Japanese players recently. But it hurts to kick off the season, which it's exciting. Like you do this world tour, you get a couple games in, and then you go back to normal for like a week and a half, and it's just or go back to spring training for a week and a half. And most other teams are just playing regular spring games today. It's just
Right.
it is such a weird. It's like a false start.
Yeah,
And then it just kind of goes back to spring training, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, we got games again.
Yeah.
Oh, so the article just came out a few minutes ago. Freddie Freeman left rib discomfort was what scratched him from the opener, not sick. Rib discomfort.
dang.
And the Dodgers are being very careful with him at the start of the season with the ankle, and now also this rib issue. They're being very careful.
So he's still having issues with his ankle.
He's still not 100% healed, and I think the hard part too is he's 35 years old now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of miles and years on those legs and that body. Not that 35 is that old, and not that Freddie's doesn't take good care of himself, but there's also the reality of he just doesn't bounce back like he used to.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what Yoshi's got today.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Roki tomorrow. See what he's got.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see him live. I mean, granted, as much as these are regular season games, they are, but they aren't at the same time because it's like this spring training interruption, but his stuff the other day in his latest spring training start was obscene.
Yeah.
So Freddie is signed through the 2027 season. So this year plus 2 more, and that'll take him through his age 37 season. Does Freddie get another contract after that, or you think that's when Freddie hangs it up?
He's out. He's how old?
He's 35. His contract takes him through the 2027 season, which he'll be his age 37 year.
Mm. I don't know. That's a great question.
I think his health will depend on if he keeps going. If he's healthy, I'm sure he'll keep going. If he's dealing with all this kind of lingering stuff, it might make sense to walk away.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy's still a machine, though. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe he signs a couple 1-year deals, maybe on a. I don't know if the Dodgers keep him. I think it depends on how he kind of rebounds here. But I could see him signing like 2 1-year deals to kind of finish it out if he's still got it.
Go year by year. Yeah. I mean, because the one thing Freddie's not hidden is the fact that he is very much a family man and he wants to be home for his children. And, a couple more years as the kids start to get older, the pull to be home gets a little stronger.
Yeah. No, I mean, I totally get that. Like, you often forget that these players are guys.
Yeah, they have lives. Right. They have lives off the field.
Yeah.
The Cubs lineup is the Cubs lineup is not like super flashy and exciting, but it is really balanced and deep.
Yeah. John Birdie, huh?
Yeah, I got Birdie hitting 9th.
Matt Shaw.
I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Shaw and also seeing PCA. I think PCA had a bit of a rough start, but I think he's insanely talented.
I agree.
He just has to settle in.
I'm surprised none of us picked Matt Shaw for Rookie of the Year out of the NL too.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the same
skill set,
same cachet as Dylan Cruz, or the same ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's as much as I put Jordan Lawler, I think it's going to be Roki coming. If he stays healthy, it's going to be Sasaki.
It should be. It should come down to Sasaki and Dylan Cruz, and if Sasaki is even half as good as it seems, it won't be close.
Yeah.
Yamamoto just turned Suzuki's bat into firewood.
Yep.
Absolutely sheared him off. How do you get that far inside on a guy with a 4-seam fastball? Like, it's not like it ran back in. Like, you just absolutely overmatched him.
Yep. 2-seam. Ran in on him.
Was that a 2-seamer running? It looked like a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2.
Kyle Tucker with a big daddy hack.
Yeah. I mean, how about just get us a double right here?
Yeah. Well, our parlay is ruined, Nick.
Yeah, but can't we still get a couple of the legs and cash them out? No? How does that work? I have no idea.
So yeah, so DraftKings shows them as strung together. So I think it's all or nothing for these.
Gotcha.
But a lot of times, like a player scratch like that, they'll just cancel the bet.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It's all good.
That's what we get.
You go with the guy you think's the sure bet, and Freddie Freeman, and they scratch him 20 minutes before the first pitch.
Yep, that's how it goes. Well, that's why I was excited to watch the game. Now I'm like, nah, whatever.
I don't want to watch the Dodgers at all.
Yeah. Yeah, take the sure bet out. Kyle Tucker's first at bat's a ground out.
Yeah. On a curveball that broke like 3.5 feet. Yeah. that thing was tumbling. I mean, these games typically don't end up being very high scoring either because these guys are still not like in regular season mode.
Right.
But it's you've seen Imanaga and Yamamoto out of the gate with really nasty stuff,
Yeah.
and that's
But yeah, you're right. I think early in the season it does favor the pitches a little bit. Hitters still haven't quite got their timing. They're not in the routine yet.
yeah. And I think as much as spring training gets you ready, like you haven't simulated like real game action to the same level. Like you're facing a lot of guys who are going to the minor leagues. Guys are not fully ramped up, but
Yeah.
pitching is always ready before hitting, and the hitters have to adjust.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it was a shock last year when the Diamondbacks put up that 14-run inning without a home run
Right.
opening day. It was
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, the 14-run inning was insane.
All
right.
Bush. First inning in the books.
One inning in the books. So, rib discomfort for Freddie. What's the chances you think he plays tomorrow? I mean, if I would have to assume, unless he's magically rebounds, that they won't play him tomorrow either.
Yeah, he's probably out. I wouldn't push it.
Which in many ways I think is disappointing, probably more so for the Japanese fans who came to see guys like Mookie and Freddie, and they're not going to see them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yes, you definitely want to see your countrymen, Shohei and Yamamoto and Sasaki and Suzuki and Imanaga, those five, but you also want to see the other guys.
Oh, absolutely. Like you're not paying this money to go see Kike Hernandez. Like, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not. Did you see Spencer Strider's triumphant return to the mound yesterday?
Dude, crazy.
He recorded 6 outs. The last 5 were consecutive Ks.
Yep.
He's still good. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, he's wild. He's gonna have a bounce back year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean his stuff is. I mean, I picked him to win the Cy Young the year he got hurt, and it was huge disappointing because he's just so good. His stuff is electric. He just fills up the strike zone. But then you see him yesterday. 5 Ks in a row. Velocity's way back up, and it's like, man, he's back. But the question with Strider is always for how long?
Yeah, I mean, coming back from, was it Tommy John or was it shoulder? What was it?
It wasn't Tommy John. It was I have to look it up. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah. But I mean, when he's right, he's one of the best in the game. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, he was one of the guys with the UCL procedures. It wasn't a Tommy John. It was the internal brace.
Gotcha.
So I was like, yeah, it wasn't Tommy John, but it was in the elbow. So yeah, so that was he was one of the other guys that got the internal brace, and it was April of 2024 that he had the procedure. So he's coming up on exactly a year since.
So it cuts down the time a little bit, right? Because Tommy John seems like it's a year and a half ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Tommy John is like a good 14 to 18 months. And the internal brace is, usually within a year, you're back full strength.
Yeah.
The only difference is the internal brace is not necessarily as permanent as Tommy John. Tommy, with the internal brace, you're kind of repairing what's there versus Tommy John, you're just replacing it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But assuming that the procedure went well, healing's all good, arm is strong. I mean, he should be back for a while.
Yeah. That's cool.
from Europe. So your time delay is not nearly as bad as ours.
Yeah, right. So what is it in Europe right now? Probably.
Well, it depends on where you
they?
are, but it used to
Yeah.
be 8 hours ahead when I worked overseas. So
Dang. How often were you over there?
we had offices over there.
Dang. I've never been to Europe. So nice.
I have never been to Europe either, but I worked with a lot of people that were over there. And I want to say it was an 8 hour difference. They're 8 hours ahead.
Oh, I gotcha.
But it also depends on where in Europe you are.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense.
That was based on the Netherlands.
Okay. So Eastern Europe.
Yep.
Ish.
This is not time for a geography lesson, Nick.
My bad. Ugh. I just don't know how you hit that stuff, dude. It's crazy. 93, 94, and then back it up with like 82 slider.
Yeah, some of the stuff these guys throw is just makes you shake your head. But that's a tough call. Where's the challenge? I think what's more amazing to me is not necessarily what these guys throw. Like everybody can throw fastballs and curveballs and stuff, but it's more so how well they can place it, but also how well they set you up. Like the scouting reports are so detailed. The game plan is so detailed. Like you know exactly how to set these guys up.
Yeah. Yeah, and on like with that, it's not the velocity, it's the change of speeds. Like it's the 100 down to 88-mile-an-hour changeup. Like when you're geared up for 100 and they drop 88 on you, it's like forget it.
Yeah, and that just fraction of a second makes such a huge difference.
That's crazy. What kind of year does Max Muncy have?
I think Max kind of is who he is. He's a guy who's going to hit in the low 200s, provide some pop, strike out a lot. But he's proven defensively he's pretty flexible. He can play first, he can play third, he can DH.
Yeah.
He's not a bad defender. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. He's not going to go out there and win a Gold Glove for you, but like he's an adequate, serviceable fielder. I would love to see him cut down on the Ks and put more balls in play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really needs to in this lineup, but
he doesn't.
I mean, yeah,
but I think to that point, like if you're Max Muncy, and yeah, in this lineup you can just kind of do your thing. But at what point do you kind of sit back and go, well, like what's next? Like, how do I continue to show value and show that I'm serviceable to others? Because I may not be here forever.
Yeah. I think his defensive flexibility kind of helps with that. The Dodgers have a lot of that. You got Edman that can flex. You got Betts that can flex. You got Muncy that can play a couple. You have guys that can play kind of all over the field, and that is valuable. When you have Freeman and Betts out of your starting lineup, like two studs, Okike foul.
Yeah, ripped it foul.
When you have, your clear studs, Ohtani, Freeman, Betts, Hernandez, that are kind of your cornerstone guys that that they're in their spots. They're not going to move positions. Like your other six guys on the field, you can flex out for injuries and stuff like that. Like that's nice to have in your back pocket.
Right. Yeah. And Muncy's a free agent after this year. He signed a 2-year deal back in 23. So this is his last season. There is a team option for 26, which I don't know if they'll pick it up or not, but another guy who's 34, he's been around longer than I think at least I remember.
Right.
Because he spent quite a bit of time early in his career as just kind of like a platoon type guy. He wasn't in every day.
Right. Well, don't worry. Alex Bregman will opt out and he'll end up with the Dodgers next year.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And I always forget too that like Muncy started in Oakland. Like
Right. Yeah, with the other Max Muncy.
Yeah, that's right. He started in Oakland, then he was out for the 2017 season, and then he was back in 18. And he's been with the Dodgers ever since.
Yeah.
A guy who's proven to be relatively valuable, but a career 228 hitter. Like that's a career 228 hitter with 886 Ks in 3,600 plate appearances.
Yeah.
It's like a guy who Ks about 20% of the time.
Trying to see who the third baseman on the free agent market next year is. Let's see. Yandy Diaz, Jorge Polanco, Paul DeJong. No.
Yeah, it can't be much. You got a lot of these guys signed.
Yeah, Moncada.
Oof.
Bregman, possibly. Suarez. Oh, Munetaka Murakami's coming over. I forgot about him.
Yeah, that's right.
So he'll end up there.
Yes. Yeah, I would have to believe you'll be in the bidding for him. You'll happily let Max Muncy walk away.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unless you hang on to Muncy as a utility bat, DH.
No,
whatever.
Murakami's that same, like he's that bat. He's a left-handed bat.
He's the same player.
Yeah. I don't know what his stats are, but I mean, I know in WBC he was pretty ridiculous. Murakami, let's see here. He's got 241 home runs in how many years? 18 to 24. So he's coming over at age 25, 7 years.
Yeah.
So
30 plus each year.
Yep. That will do it. He had 56 and 22.
Ooh.
He was 56 and 134. That's his highest. How does that
translate? Yeah, how does that translate to MLB? Probably 35.
Yeah,
but
I'd take it.
That's a pretty good bat.
Yeah, 272 average.
Yeah, he's probably a guy who's going to come over. He'll hit 260 with 35 and 100.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, plays really good defense too.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's not terrible.
He had 25 intentional walks in 22, and that year he went 56 and 134.
Wow.
Yeah, 114 runs, 155 hits. Yeah, hit 318. That one's by far his best year. Looked like he had kind of a down year last year at 33 and 86.
Oh.
Yeah. Average was lower, 244, but power's still there. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he translates. Good morning, Mr. Clams. Good to see you up and early.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Up and at 'em watching baseball? What are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, gotta be, right? Why else do you get up this early?
I mean, most of the world gets up this early, Nick.
No way, dude. I'm taking a power nap as soon as we hop off the stream here. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, no Mookie, no Freeman. That hurts. So that Dodgers
lineup, like it was just watching these guys flail at the bottom of the order like that. This lineup is so dependent on those guys at the top, and without them, there's just not a lot of opportunities for runs here.
No, but I mean, those top 5 guys are Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, and like we talked about during our prediction show, like I don't when you kind of blow all the smoke away, I don't know that this Dodgers team is necessarily better than last year's team, other than the pitching. The lineup still has holes. You go Ohtani, Mookie, Freddie. Do you get the same year to Teoscar? Will Smith did not have a good year, and then after that, you got Muncy, Kike, Conforto, Rojas, Paez. You got you got serious holes. Like, you do have holes in this lineup, and the bottom of that lineup could be a black hole for a lot of the season. I mean, is it the talent you have is so great that you can overcome that? But like, this is not like a murderer's row lineup. This is 3 guys and then a bunch of other guys.
Yeah, 3, possibly 4, depending on Hernandez's year. But Matt Shaw has an interesting batting stance. I guess I've never seen him.
Oh yeah, Shaw. It is a little the closed off front foot.
It's weird.
It reminds me of like an old school batting stance, and then he just rips a seat at the second baseman.
Mr. Clams, we used to get up early when the Red Sox were in Japan to start the season.
Yep.
When they had Dice K and all that stuff, we used to get up early for them.
Yeah.
But
early start.
Are there any other international games this year?
Great question.
For some reason,
I feel like they're going back to Mexico.
I thought there was one, and I can't remember.
Don't the Red Sox play one this year?
I don't remember.
Oh, those are exhibition games later this month.
Oh, okay.
I was like, the Red Sox go somewhere. Yeah, the Red Sox play the Sultanes down in Monterey, March 24th and 25th before the season starts.
Yeah.
Oh, Dansby Swanson, hello. That was a missile up the middle.
So Mets and Cubs in Japan.
Dansby Swanson batting 1,000.
Batting title.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Clams. March 29th, 2000. Nice memory.
Yeah, impressive.
I don't even know what I did yesterday, let alone.
I was just gonna say, Nick doesn't remember dinner last night, let alone when those games were.
Right.
It is kind of funny, the MLB has gone to Japan so many times, but like, it still gets hyped up like it's the first time. Oh man.
Well, I mean,
PCA just got 2 fastballs right down the middle and fouled them back.
Yeah, that's what just goes to what we're talking about. The hitter's just quite there, like a tick behind still. Like,
yeah. I mean, just that fraction of an inch on the barrel is all the difference, and the timing.
I mean, also doesn't hurt. It's coming in at 98. So
yeah, I mean, it's not like he's throwing BP fastball to him,
right?
But yeah, I mean, 2 in a row. In July, Yamamoto's not getting that baseball back.
No. Well, he didn't get those 2 back either.
Well, true. They stayed on the field. But yeah, he didn't get them back. In July, those are souvenirs to the fans and the bleachers.
Yeah.
Ballpark's not as loud as I thought it would be. I mean, I think it'll probably get loud, but pretty subdued crowd.
Yeah. There hasn't been a ton of action yet. It'll get there.
No, it's definitely been a slow start. You can see hitters. Hitters are very much still feeling their way, and then I mean, Yamamoto and Imanaga have been good. Stuff has been good at the start, so
Yeah. How
both
deep
guys that throw a bunch of pitches.
how deep do you see these guys going?
Probably 5.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some action here. All right, that a boy. We have our first run of the season.
Heck yeah.
That was a good piece of hitting by Amaya. He takes a pitch away and just shoots it in the gap.
Yeah.
Didn't try to do too much with it.
I like this Cubs team in the Central. I think they'll be all right. I mean, I picked them to finish first there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like this team. As I mentioned with the lineup, like it's not that lineup on its surface. It's not super flashy or exciting, but it's deep. It's balanced. They can do a lot of things, and they're going to pitch. Imanaga and Steele, and the bullpen's good. It's a team to contend with. And I think if you can get contributions from guys like Amaya and Birdie, it's just a bonus.
Yep, agree.
Yamamoto dotting the corners at 97. Just not right.
It's gross.
I mean, John Birdie is a serviceable hitter. And like even he just like kind of like shook his head after that pitch. Like there's nothing he's gonna do with that.
No.
Not a thing. Yeah, a 1-1 splitter. Why wouldn't you throw a 1-1 splitter to a guy and completely surprise him? Oh, yikes!
Yeah.
Why don't you throw another splitter to him and just finish him?
that pitch is disgusting.
That was awful.
And they say Suzuki's is even better, which is wild.
Yeah, apparently his has a much like harsher drop to it.
Yeah. Well, he's got that other tick and velocity too that helps.
Yeah, he's got one more gear.
Yeah.
Although when I think of splitters, like Roger Clemens might still have one of the better that I've seen later in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as Sasaki and Yamamoto and all these other guys are, like Clemens late in his career, that splitter was devastating. All right, well, we got 2 innings in the books. 1-0 Cubs. Dodgers still do not have a hit.
It's all right. Ohtani will come up and wake the crowd up here.
He's going to have to. Yamamoto's line so far: 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 1 K. Imanaga, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a K. Both guys off to a good start. Minus that, although I will say that ball that Amaya hit into the gap for the RBI double, that was a good pitch. Like that was outer edge that he just barreled up.
Yeah,
that was a really good piece of hitting.
You're not going to get hurt if you live there.
No,
throughout the season.
No, that's a pitch that you're going to want to make all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the other part. Like I've always been a firm believer, like if these pitchers go out and they execute their game plan, their pitches, like they're going to be incredibly hard to hit. But there are some times when guys, they just get you, and you could execute the perfect pitch and they just get you.
Yep. That's baseball.
Or you make that painful mistake, and that's ultimately what is your margin for error.
Yep. That's baseball, though. I mean, you can make a great pitch, get sawed off, and give up a bloop single.
Yep.
Or throw one right down the middle, and they line out to shortstop. Like it's just that's the game.
Yep. It is maddening and beautiful at the same time.
Yep. That was the worst thing in like men's league when I was playing. It was like all the time you just get bleeders after bleeder after bleeder, and you're like, all right, like enough of this.
Oh yeah, I mean, the number of times in my life through high school and travel ball and where you'd make a great pitch and it would just get like dumped into the outfield off of somebody's hands.
Yep.
and then you'd make a huge mistake, and it'd be pounded into the ground to right at the infielder. You're like, thank goodness.
Right. Well, especially in like Maine baseball, or New England baseball, really. Like you had guys that were like, clearly head and shoulders above everybody, and then the rest of the lineup was just kind of like, meh. Like I didn't face many lineups that were deep. They had one or two guys that were really good. And
Yeah, I
other
think
than that, like,
yeah, I think your typical New England high school baseball, there's usually one, maybe two, like really good hitters. Then after that, it's a bunch of kids that play 3 other sports, and they're just filling in the season.
yeah.
It wasn't until like the AAU travel ball where I was playing around the country. That's when you saw some like insanely good players. But it wasn't like the local Legion or Babe Ruth or high school. Like, although I say that, and Brian Wilson was a kid, was a guy I played against in high school. So you did have those guys.
Yeah.
But
it was weird because my town didn't have its own Legion team. We paired up with another team, and separately we were bad. Like we weren't good. Like combined record of like, I don't know, 6-22. Like, I mean, just not good.
Yikes. Yeah.
But when we got together, it was insane. Like we were really good together. The year that Nova Seafood added Deering, that's the team with Ryan Flaherty.
Yeah, we used to play them each year.
We beat them every time we played them that year. We just had the right pieces together.
Yep.
And we beat them every time we played them. But it was just weird that separately we were terrible. But
yeah, we used to play Nova every summer. We'd come up and we'd play them in Biddeford at the which is a field I now live down the street from. But we'd play them every year at that field. We never lost to them. But that was a good team.
Yeah. Good morning, Justin. Good to see you up and at 'em early. Nice little 5:50 action over there.
Yeah, so you're Central Time, so you're behind us. So, Justin, who do you have on your fantasy team that's in this game?
I'll Shohei with a lineup.
Who are you rocking for Cubs and Dodgers players?
I don't think I got anybody going today.
I'd be lying if I told you I knew how my lineup was set up after I drafted him. Oh, yeah, I got Tucker. That's right. I was like, I feel like I've got Tucker.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got no one.
Yeah, so I got Tucker going. That's all I got. Oh, Freeman. Well, Freeman was scratched, so he's not playing today.
Yeah.
Sorry to break the news to you, Justin, but they scratched Freddie Freeman about 30 minutes before the first pitch with rib discomfort. So the good chance you won't see him tomorrow either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sasaki, that'll be good. Yeah, so Freeman's going to get you nothing in Japan, but Sasaki should. He will be fun to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, I got him going tomorrow. I got him and Justin Steele going tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Sasaki versus Steele will be great.
That's terrible because they're both on the same team, so, like the same fantasy team. So I need them both to go 7 shutout innings with 21 Ks.
I mean, perfect.
Can do whatever.
They can do that. Then the bullpens can just go implode. Who cares?
Yeah.
But your fantasy owners for Freeman and Betts are disappointed today.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for Sasaki tomorrow. I want to see him against some.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because like Imanaga is the guy who I saw pitch last year probably a handful of times.
Right.
As good as he is, like, I'm not nearly as excited to watch a guy like him versus a guy like Sasaki tomorrow. Same for Yamamoto. I saw him pitch a few times last year. Have not seen Sasaki live, like in a real game.
It's still one of the funniest clips last year was when ESPN kicked it to like Sunday Night Baseball, and they're like, "Oh, we're on no hitter watch," and then Jazz Chisholm takes him deep first pitch of the game.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, every game's no hitter watch, and then it was just boom, Jazz takes him yard. It's like, well, it's over. No perfect game, no hitter, no shutout. We're just gonna blow it all on the first guy.
Yeah. Ultimate announcers jinx. Love it.
But that's ESPN. Like those guys don't. ESPN drives me crazy, and I totally understand why MLB was happy to cut ties with them after the season because their coverage sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't value baseball anymore. They don't cover it at all.
No, but they'll jam the NBA down your throat. Although ratings have been down for 3 years in a row.
Money talks.
It does. Attaboy, Hap. Get on it by any means necessary.
You just wear one.
No, he just freaking Dubber didn't leave the infield. Although it looks like it glanced off Yamamoto's glove. Just kind of died in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw it. So at least I'm not 30 seconds behind you like I was last year.
There were times last year where you were so insanely behind me. It was like I was like in the World Series. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I can't react.
Yeah.
Nick has no idea what's happening for another 30 seconds.
Right.
I'm already like we're on to another batter, and I'm trying not to react.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like 2 or 3 pitches behind at some points last year. That was frustrating.
Yeah, I'm always surprised how these feeds are so different. You would think if I'm watching Fox and you're watching Fox, we should be relatively close.
Yeah.
I do still believe we'll see 5 innings out of these guys, but Yamamoto's thrown a fair number of pitches here early.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got no outs in the third, and he's about to hit 40 pitches. So I think 5 is probably all you'll get out of him today.
Yeah, you're probably capping him at, 65, 70 pitches maybe?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you might let him go to like 75 or 80. I'm not sure where he was in the spring in terms of volume.
Yeah.
But my guess is they've been ramping him up for this. But it's still like he's not. These guys still have a week and a half of spring training to go. So
right.
He'll make another spring training start before his next season start.
2 infield bleeders.
I know. It's a crazy game sometimes.
Yep.
All right, now we got Tucker up. Gone. Nope, not that time. I just want to see him go yard so that we can get our 2 bases. My fantasy team gets some points, and we're all happy.
Right.
I will say Yamamoto's certainly not picking up the strikeouts like I would have thought. Been a lot of soft contact.
Yeah. Which is usually what these Japanese pitchers are. I mean, in history, that's what they've been. They haven't been these huge strikeout guys, but I mean, these 2 are a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, Yamamoto's got overwhelming stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like he's not a big strikeout guy. He still gets a lot of contact.
Yeah.
But I think we've learned, like you said, like these Japanese pitchers are not afraid to pitch to contact.
Right.
Like they're not afraid to get a bunch of ground balls.
No.
Come on, Kyle. That was not the swing.
It's so weird seeing him in a Cubs uniform.
Who the hell throws a 3-1 splitter? Like, who throws a 3-1 splitter?
Wow.
That was a weak swing. You're killing us, Tucker.
I think Yamamoto got away with that one too because it was pretty flat.
It was. I think the thing was more so just the fact that you could see that Tucker was geared up for a fastball and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Again, like just enough of a change from what he expected that can't adjust.
Yeah. Yep.
It really is. Like it's the little adjustments, like the little items in the margins that make all the difference.
I scratch another one across here.
They certainly can. They got a shot. Well, that ball just disappeared on him. Is Bush really your 4-hitter? Like that's really who you're going to roll with in the 4 spot? Jeez, that splitter was disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who else you put in that spot.
Well, I think that's more what I'm getting at. Is like that's really your best option.
Yeah. Jeez, and those 2 pitches were disgusting.
Yeah. Oh. I think he got away with one there.
Wow. What was Michael Bush last year? How was his season?
They showed the line before. It wasn't bad.
248, 21, 65.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, not your typical 4-hitter, but
No.
I also find it an odd. I mean, granted, you're facing a righty, but you typically would not want to back up Kyle Tucker with another lefty.
No.
Man, this bat did not start well for Bush, and he's worked it full now.
Yep.
He was 0-2 right out of the chute, and now he's worked it back to full because Yamamoto is nibbling.
Darn.
Oh man, another ground ball. All right, end of 3, still 1-0 Cubs.
They're just yanking everything.
They are. The change of speed is just enough to get these guys out in their front foot. They're just rolling over stuff. I mean, I will say Yamamoto, his stuff has not been great in this game. His stuff's been good. His command has not been great.
Yeah.
He's gotten away with a lot. But again, early in the season, hitters are still trying to get there, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
Maybe more impressive on this whole trip to Japan is the Hanshin Tigers. I sent you that message, Nick, but the Hanshin Tigers actually beat both the Cubs and the Dodgers, shut them both out.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew they did the Cubs. I didn't know about the Dodgers.
Yeah, so the Hanshin Tigers went 2-0 against the Cubs and Dodgers, did not give up a single run in 18 innings.
Wow.
Yep. They asked Dave Roberts about the team, and his comments were really good ball club. I thought they played really good defense. They can handle velocity, good with the fastball. The starter had major league stuff, good command, good split, and then Sato, he looks the part. He's a really impressive baseball player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they won both games 3-0. No runs given up in 18 innings is pretty impressive against those 2 lineups.
Takashi. No, what's the first name of Sato?
Oh goodness gracious! I just closed the article.
My bad. It's not. No, he was older. I was like, Takashi Sato is the only one that's coming to mind. Yeah.
It's Turaki Sato. Teruaki.
TEU.
Teruaki.
Yeah. U. Oh, it's Sato, not Saito.
Yeah,
That was
Sato.
He's got 4 seasons. He's 25. He looked like he was hurt. Oh no, he got traded last year. So he had 26 and 85 last year.
It's pretty good.
263. Huh. So on his baseball reference, he's got Hanshin Tigers for both. Like it's split. There's one from Hyogo and the other one's. Huh. That's weird. His baseball reference page is kind of throwing me off. It must be. It's JPCL with the Central League and then the Western League. I don't know the difference. Huh.
Yeah,
That's
what
really.
is the?
Is it like their minors and majors? Maybe I don't really know. Or do they literally switch up like?
Oh, okay. So JPCL, that's the major league. JPWL is the minor league.
Okay.
So he was with the Hanshin Tigers. Any games he played for their minor league affiliate or minor league team would have been JPWL. JPCL is the major league club.
Gotcha.
Sounds like that makes no sense. Yeah, they don't.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so like in 2024, he played 17 games in the minors. 23, he played 5 games in the minors.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, I wonder if that was like a rehab stint, maybe? Like maybe he got hurt and went down?
Possibly.
I don't know. They definitely run, the Japanese league runs different than MLB.
Yeah. Imanaga looks sharp to start.
He does. If I just understood the announcers correctly, I think they're saying that his Imanaga is limited to 80 to 90 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
So he's probably 5 innings also. I think 5 will be the cap for both these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. There's no sense in pushing it.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, Imanaga's got 3 walks now in the game. Hasn't given up a hit yet, but 3 walks. He's had base runners. I mean, it's funny. Like I keep looking at the scoreboard. It's like, okay, no hits, but it feels like he's had base runners on constantly. That's because he hits.
Right.
Because he's put them there.
Got him. Who's catching for the Cubs? Is it Carson?
Amaya.
Amaya.
Yeah, the guy hit the double.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, Imanaga. Oof, another walk. Brutal. You just can't keep giving the Dodgers base runners.
No, that's definitely can't.
Oh, pitching coach come out to see him. I mean, as good as he's been, he has definitely been a little wild.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's probably a lot of like jitters and amped up still. Like a lot of juices flowing. I get it.
It's frustrating because like a guy like Muncy, you can go after.
Yeah.
You don't have to nibble with him. All right. Dodgers have something going here. First and second, 1 out.
Double play out of this visit.
That'd be nice. It's Kike. If this is the playoffs, I'd be scared.
Yeah, right. That it is crazy what that dude does in the playoffs. It's absolutely insane.
Playoffs, Kike is a different animal.
That 2021 run with the Red Sox was just I've never seen somebody so hot.
Well, and then last year too, like I mean, he barely had like a spot on the team, and all of a sudden he just tore the playoffs apart.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
All right, 2 outs.
What did he do? Pop out?
Flew out to the warning track and center almost.
Oh, he thought he got it.
He did. He thought he got it. He did not.
You're still another 40 feet short, buddy.
Yeah, you got some distance to go. Not quite there. All right, first and third, 2 outs. Michael Conforto. Because I mean, I've not been like excited about the Conforto signing. I felt like that was just a filler. I mean, is he a good piece for them, or is he just a filler?
I know you were going to ask me that, and I don't know. Ever since he's left the Mets, like you just haven't really heard of him. Yeah, he had that shoulder injury. He was out for a while. I don't know what he does for this Dodgers team. I really don't. Like he's a big question mark to me. I think he's a filler, to answer your question. I think they'll find a better option. Because was it just a 1-year deal with them?
Yeah. Just a 1-year deal.
Yeah. So I think they'll find something else. But man, keeps getting out of trouble.
He does. He's walking the tightrope. And then what happened to James Outman? Like he was going to be a big piece of their future, and then last year he was terrible, and then
I think
disappeared off the roster.
I think there's that, and then with Pages coming up and making the splash he did, there's really no spot for him. 4 homers, 147, 11 RBIs. That's not gonna. That's
no, then he just kind of. I think he got hurt and then like never came back.
Yeah.
I mean, and Pages seems like a pretty solid player. We didn't see like a huge sample set of him last year. He played in 116 games, 440 at bats or 440 plate appearances. Hit 248 with 13 and 46. Like he does some stuff. I don't think he's a guy who's going to light the world on fire, but
right.
And I also don't know that. I don't know what his real future is there. Like, is he a center fielder for the long term? Is he just holding a spot till the next young guy comes up? They're going to sign some big name and push him out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he hasn't been great in spring. He's hitting 214 this spring.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Pace, I think, is your everyday center fielder this year.
Yes,
And
for sure.
but who knows? I mean, he could have a rough start and then they try Outman again. I mean, they could just be literally plugging and playing these guys until they find one that can come up and stick.
Yeah, because Outman is on the roster right now. He's with them in Tokyo.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. Maybe we'll see him as a pinch hitter. I don't know, but
I mean, it's nice. You could probably, sorry, he could probably platoon those two guys as well. Looks like Imanaga's done.
yeah, that's my guess. He's thrown a lot of pitches.
You can platoon those guys. You know, you can play Pius against the lefty, Outman against the righty, but
Yep.
Maybe that's what they do.
I mean, it might make sense just to figure out what you got there.
Yeah. That splitter, man. Poof.
Yep, just disappears. Matt Shaw just absolutely overmatched.
Yeah.
Just keep feeding him the splitter. He ain't gonna hit it.
Dude, no one's hitting that. You could tell me it's coming. I'm not getting the wood on it.
It surprises me you don't see more swing and miss from Yamamoto given that, but I just again I don't think he's trying for it.
No. I mean, that's a pitch you're not necessarily looking for a strikeout on. That's a pitch you're looking to induce a ground ball on.
Yeah. Yeah, and again it goes back to the approach. Like I don't think he's not afraid to give up fly balls and ground balls.
Right.
He's just not. He's not like Blake Snell where it's got to be a K. And because of that, he walks a ton of guys and makes his life harder.
Yeah. It's weird that Yamamoto doesn't come up to a full balance point. He tends to drift towards home plate.
Yeah, it's funny. Like he's almost like even out of the windup, it's almost like more of like a slide step. He doesn't have like the high leg kick. He just like
Yeah.
You're right, he just kind of like drifts. He takes a step back and pauses. So like that's like his balance point.
Right.
And then it's like this little leg kick, sort of like half leg kick drift.
Which is everything against what like we were taught pitching. Like we were taught to like get up to your balance point and then drive. It's just interesting.
Yeah, drop into the back leg and drive.
I mean, but who am I? Like he's pitching. I'm sitting here. So
well, yeah, I mean, clearly whatever he's doing is working.
Right.
Because like he does have like a strong like right knee bend and drive, but it's just different how he gets there.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing with baseball. Like you look at all these batting stances, wind ups, like, but when you break them all down, they're all getting to the same like 1 or 2 points, just getting there differently. Ooh, another K. 2 Ks this inning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not even right that he's able to dot that pitch too, right at the bottom of the zone.
I know. Well, that was a quick inning. For all the pitches he has thrown, that was a pretty efficient one.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, so we're through 4. 1-0 Cubs.
Wild.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect a lot of scoring in action because it's still so early, but this has been quite clean.
Yes. It is. I mean, we've kind of already talked about it, but it is kind of crazy. Like you take Betts and Freeman out of that lineup, how like putrid that lineup kind of looks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a it again. It's a lineup that relies heavily upon the three guys at the top. Otherwise, it's not a very exciting lineup. As good as Teoscar and Will Smith are in their own right, like they're not going to carry a lineup.
No.
So you figure Imanaga's done. We're not going to see him come back out.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, those looked like I'm done high fives.
Yeah. And it certainly seemed they had the bullpen up. It certainly seemed like they were preparing to be making a move.
He was at what, 70 something pitches? Yeah.
Yep, he's out.
Yeah. Kind of figured. I mean, back in the day, he's still going back because it's. Curious, I'm yawning, still not awake.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he's got a no hitter. He's still back out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, back down at the bottom of the order here with Rojas. Oh my goodness, that ball's like at his eyes and he's chasing it. The bottom of this Dodgers lineup is a black hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love Rojas. Like all the times he's been mic'd up, the dude is like pure energy.
Yeah.
He's a hard guy not to like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Dodgers guys are nice but just hate what that organization's doing. But I mean, I get it.
I mean, every fan would love their team to do the same.
Right, and that's why we hate him.
Yep. Well, 'cause I think we've now broken into a spot where it's just never before been done, and it's crazy where they're at.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days of the Yankees, like spending more than the rest of the league by a little bit. Like this is not close.
No.
In baseball, I used to always laugh at the NBA, like this whole super teams and all this nonsense. And now MLB is experiencing it going, oh, yeah, we don't like this.
Yeah. Yep. It's different.
Dude, you cannot walk the 9-batter.
Yeah, for Ohtani here asking for trouble.
Yeah, you need to dial it in here. Wow. That is not the plan.
Nope. 2-1.
Are you just calling it now?
Yeah.
He's 0 for 2. Let's see if he can do something.
Oh, that's what I mean. He's due.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Whew. That was one of those big daddy hacks.
It was a good pitch, though.
Yeah, nasty pitch. Otani is clearly swinging to put 2 runs on the board right now.
Oh yeah.
Clearly.
That was the pitch to do it.
Yep, it was.
84 at the letters. Breaking ball. He hung that one.
Yep. And now he's lit on the fastball. The timing is just off enough. The change of speeds is messing with him. All right. Well, he kept him in the yard.
Yep. First to third, though. First hit of the ball game.
That's the first hit of the season for the Dodgers. See if this kid can roll one and get out of it.
He just takes violent swings every single time.
Oh. And we're tied up.
Was it sack fly?
Nope.
Oh, dumb. Dang.
Yeah, first
Almost
pitch.
made a great play on it.
I know. Then they almost throw Otani out at second because, of course, Otani had to wait to see if he caught it.
Yeah.
That walk hurts.
Yep.
You walk the 9-hitter and he scores.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't do that for
Nope.
sure.
Still only 1 out. Teoscar's up. This could get interesting in a hurry. Whew. Teoscar drives me nuts. Like he has such a long swing, such a big swing.
Yeah. I mean, you're paying him for the 35 homers, and you can deal with the 250 Ks.
Yeah, I mean, you're not looking for this guy to go out and hit 300 for you.
No.
Oh, boy. Yikes.
Well, there's the 2-1.
Yep. On 1 ball hit hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's the pitch you wanted.
Yep, that's exactly what you're hoping for. Get the ground ball, try to spin one. You weren't expecting to airmail it.
That was a good job by Edman taking him out cleanly, though.
Yeah, it was a good slide. I mean, and that was a really close play at second, which certainly makes that a much harder turn for Birdie.
Yeah.
It's not pretty, but it works. Oh, man, this kid's all over the place.
Yes, he is. What's up, Dream Sport? Good to see you.
Morning.
But, yeah. Oh, yeah, this kid can't find it. He's rattled.
Yeah, very, very inconsistent. Yeah, it was like the walk to Pies. He wasn't even close.
No.
Then he had a great start to the Otani at bat, and then left one over the plate. Here we go. Three 1 Dodgers. That's what makes this team so good. When you make the mistake,
Yep.
they will let you. They will make you pay for it. They have hit really only one ball hard this inning.
Yeah. And walks.
You walk the 9-hitter, he scores. You throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That would be amazing.
When do they start on the road or are they at home to start? Dream Sport. I don't know.
I think they're on the road to start. Oh no, looks like they open with the Guardians
Okay.
in Kansas City.
Nice. So next Thursday.
The last couple games against the Rangers those are still spring training games, I believe, 24th, 25th.
Yeah, because it's what 27th, 28th, 27th
Yep.
opening day, like opening day.
Yeah, so the 27th they open at home against the Guardians. That's a good way to start it.
Yeah.
Who's the opening day starter for the Royals? Is it Lugo or is it
No, it's
Raggins?
Gotta be Raggins, right?
I don't know. I mean, Lugo was your best pitcher last year.
Yeah, I guess, but
Lugo almost won himself a Cy Young.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would assume you'd go with Raggins, but I don't think they've actually said anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So Red Sox open up at home April 4th against the Cardinals.
Yeah, the balance schedule's weird, man.
Then they got Toronto Blue Jays the 7th after the Cardinals. Jarren Duran All-Star Game MVP bobblehead giveaway.
Sweet.
Oh, they got a big homestand. They got the Cardinals, the Blue Jays, the White Sox, the Mariners, the Twins, the Rangers. Oh, no, they go away between the Mariners and Twins. I'm looking at just the home game tickets. That would be why it looks like they have a big homestand. So they got Cardinals and Jays. Then they go on the road. Then White Sox, Mariners, Rangers, Twins. That's a beginning of the year schedule that Red Sox could do some damage there early.
Yeah, they could get off to a good start. I think they need to because the Red Sox historically start slow.
Yeah. I mean, the Blue Jays, because they're in division, that will be tough. But I mean, Cardinals, Blue Jays, White Sox.
Cool. Finally gets out of it. That inning was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough to watch.
That will give you the old AAA membership real quick.
Sure will.
Dang. All right. Halfway through. You're gonna try to get down to some Red Sox games this year, Harrison?
I don't know. I might. It's. I find that getting in and out of Fenway just gets more and more challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. I always park like an hour out and then take the T in. It's the only
Yeah,
way.
I used to always park like at Wonderland down in Revere and just go in from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain. I mean, you could pay $80 for parking right outside if you want.
It's funny, like when I was I got my license and I spent all my time down in Boston. Like I used to go to like probably 15 Red Sox games a summer through like high school and then college. But like now it's like people are like, oh, you want to go? It's like, nah. Like I'm good.
Yeah, I get it.
I think the last no, I went last year. But before that, like I had been to a game since like the 2021 playoffs when somebody had tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much easier to get to Celtics and Bruins because you just take the Amtrak down.
Yeah, it's awesome. Take the train right into the basement, walk right, go right up the escalator, watch the game, come back down the escalator, hop on the train.
Yeah.
And then the train station is like a mile and a half from my house. It's like
Sick.
Like super convenient.
Yeah. Ripped. Good play by Rojas.
Yeah, Rojas is again a good defender.
Yeah.
Man, just ground ball after ground ball. What is that, like 2 pitches, 2 outs? Like, yeah. Boy, do they have him shifted perfectly.
Damn.
Jeez. Wild.
Two quick innings right there. That will keep the pitch count down 65.
Yeah, I mean Yamamoto's now like he's in like cruise control mode. Like here, just keep pounding it into the ground. I don't care. And I do think that, with his stuff, I think the expectation was he was going to come here and be a dominant strikeout pitcher, but I just don't think that's his approach.
No, and it doesn't
he just
have
wants
to be.
Get outs.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to be, right? He gives up 1 run in 5 innings.
Yeah, like you look at his line, like, and it's not like exciting, but it's working.
Yeah. And his lineup's gonna, protect him.
Yeah, you just have to keep the other team under, 5 runs, and you'll be okay usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Yamamoto is not like a dominant, overpowering guy. He's got the stuff to be, but that's not his approach.
Yeah. Now, I think you'll see a whole different type of pitcher tomorrow with Sasaki. He'll blow you away.
Yeah, he can.
Ooh, straight up the elevator shaft.
Yeah, that curveball has so much movement, and then he just absolutely dots the corner. Goodbye. He throws you this big breaking curveball and then just dots the corner at 96. Yep, that'll do it.
Wow. No chance.
80% of the time, that works all the time.
Yep. No chance.
Yeah, so we're through 5, 3-1 LA. And really, LA hasn't done much except for that 1 inning.
Yeah.
When the Cubs really just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. That's like you said, you can't give a good team or a great team for that matter extra outs or free passes. Just can't do it.
And this team kills you when you do that.
Yep.
Like they smell blood.
Yeah.
But again, that is the sign of a good team.
Yep.
You know, you capitalize on the mistakes.
What do you got? One more inning in you? Then you have to go? Or
Yeah, I probably got one more inning in me.
nah.
Still seems relatively quiet in the house, so
That's good.
yeah, it's good and concerning at the same time.
I get that.
Well, it's one of those. All right, well, who are the Cubs? I mean, Brown threw 30-something pitches that inning, so I wonder who the Cubs are going to bring in now.
He's not coming out. I mean, he's not coming out for the next inning. Like he's coming out of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's not coming back out. Oh no, they brought him back out after 33 pitches.
Wow.
Didn't see that happening. I hope they got somebody warming up.
This dude can't find it.
He does have a nasty curveball. Like I love to watch how the catcher's set up and then where they catch it, because that tells you everything about the pitcher that day. Like when he's setting up down in the way and he's catching that thing a foot and a half out of the strike zone up, that is very much the pitcher being erratic.
Yeah.
All right. See you, Kike. Thanks for playing. Man, oh man.
Dirty.
They're all congratulating Yamamoto, it looks like, so he might be done too.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. About 70 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, you could send him back out. He probably isn't at the limit you gave him, but it's kind of like, well, why? You gave us 5. Like that's all we were looking for.
And they got 18 closers in their bullpen. They should be fine.
Yeah, last time I checked, their bullpen's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason they should give up this lead now. Who's up? Oh, Banda's up. So yeah. Whew. Back-to-back Ks. He is like effectively wild.
Yep. Those are always the toughest guys to hit.
Because you have no idea where it's going.
No.
Well, and like, I mean, you look at these Ks he's picked up, like, he's not even throwing strikes. He's just getting swings and misses on stuff that's out of the zone.
Yep. Four Ks.
Like, this is the kind of guy, like, you can't help him out because he will hurt himself if you let him.
Yep. Well, we would have lost that leg of the parlay too.
Yeah.
4Ks.
Yeah, definitely not. The K stuff was not there.
No. Till late.
Yep. What was that? Holy cow. Wow. I mean, this is a Cubs team that should be pretty good defensively, and that's the second
man.
ball they've just thrown away. Yeah, so it's what, a hit with an error getting him to second base?
Yeah, did it go out of play? Or did he go to second?
Yeah, he's at second.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 errors for the Cubs in 5 innings. Not what you're looking for.
Nope. Won't quite get the job done.
No. No, and a team that needs to be solid defensively.
Yep.
And now we're 2-0 on Pajes again. Apparently we're afraid to pitch to Pajes.
Well, there's an easy out on deck, so I would be.
Yeah, might as well put 2 guys on for Ohtani. Why not?
Wow.
3-0 on him. Holy cow. I think the problem is that Pajes isn't chasing. Brown is only going to be effective if guys chase.
Right.
They don't chase. He can't throw a strike. Here we are 3-0 on the number 9 hitter again. Yeah, and walked him. Not even close. Didn't throw a ball anywhere near within like a foot of the strike zone that whole at bat.
Dang.
That don't work.
Nope.
Just don't work. You got to be able to throw a strike here.
Missed by a foot with every single pitch.
Yeah, wasn't even close. Nothing within a foot of the strike zone. Brutal. Just brutal. Oh, and he throws a strike to Ohtani. Apparently, he can pitch to Ohtani. I don't know. You've walked a 9 hitter twice. I don't think Pa has seen a strike from this kid. Well, here's a great example. He's now 0-2 on Ohtani because Ohtani swung at a curveball in the dirt.
Yep.
Like, this kid can't throw a strike. If you help him out, that's the only way he's going to have success. Oh, that's brutal. What? That was brutal.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
When Ohtani walks away and he's like, "Eesh."
Yeah,
he realized how bad that at bat was. That at bat was terrible.
that was a 50-foot breaking ball.
Yeah, that whole at bat from Ohtani was terrible. And even he walked away cringing at it. Because, yes, that's how we all felt, too.
Yeah.
That was a 3-pitch K. The kid only threw 1 strike to you.
Yeah, that was not good.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, Band is in the game. Yamamoto's out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, you got what you needed out of him.
Yep.
5 innings, 1 earned. You just scattered 3 hits and had 4 Ks. Like, you'll take that.
Yep. Every outing, I'd take that.
Yep. Yeah, you can work with that. It's too bad because you got 4 no-hit innings out of Imanaga. Yes, he had the 4 walks, but kind of burned that quickly.
Yeah, I think that might be the Cubs' downfall is their bullpen. And as Red Sox fans, we feel that.
I was just going to say the Cubs to me are just like the Red Sox. Good starting pitching, an offense that's going to score some runs, but can you hold leads? You just don't know.
Beauty of baseball.
We've lived it.
Yep. And we'll live it some more.
Man, oh man, Suzuki, swing the bat. That's 2 check swings. Swing or don't. There we go. That's a full swing. Much better.
Yeah, I'm a full pitch behind you now at this point.
Get to see this Dodgers bullpen in action now. Just a so many arms down there. Oh, nasty pitch.
Dang.
Yeah. Ooh, good pitch.
Yeah. Do you think they probably have the best bullpen in the league, right?
I would have to think so, yes. All right, Tucker, here we go. The fantasy team would appreciate a contribution.
Right. And not a strikeout.
Yes,
not a negative contribution.
Positive contributions only.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
Blah.
Nothing, huh?
No. I mean, it just the Cubs cannot get something going here. Been what, 3 innings since they've had anything going?
Yeah.
Like, this is what the Dodgers do to you. They just get lulled to sleep. And then they just boom, boom, boom.
Whew.
Oof. Good pitch. Whew. All right. Well, we're through 6.
Wow.
Through 6, 3-1 Dodgers.
Yeah. Dang.
Boy, oh boy. Well. Wild, but all right. Probably time to go start the day. As it rolls up on 8 o'clock here, Eastern time.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right. Well, we'll be back on Thursday for our full show. We'll break down the rest of the Tokyo series. And we'll see you all then. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
We'll see you Thursday.